Hello Vod, hello Cyrus, hello Ruby, hello Blade Master, hello everybody. How's everybody doing today? I hope you're well. I've got a couple of small upgrades up in the chamber. Kid named Vod for sure. Hello Jess, how's it going? Let me show off some things. We converged so hard that I burnt through 20 billion exotic catalyst. So we had, that's resplendent. We had 21 billion of this, and now I think I need to underclock these actually. But we have 289 million space time because of it, so that's always nice, I guess. But yeah, let's set. Oh boy, let's set that to a little more of a reasonable amount, shall we? And then I should probably do that with the rest of these bad boys because we're probably losing bonuses because of how quickly they're all going. But yeah, other than that, I've just been chilling. I got a couple of things to do today. I crafted out a whole Godforge upgrade. And yeah, we'll be doing that, building, hanging out, and just having a good time. I hope everyone's doing well with their exams or whatever they're doing at the end of semesters as things come to a close. I know that this is a rough time for most people, so when does George get a brother? I'll give him a second ring, but I am not making a second Godforge. That is purely for flex. There's never a reason to actually make another Godforge, I don't think. How are we doing on Catalyst? Is it just not? What are we running out of? We have everything. I'm scared, chat. My DTPFs have not gone off in about 3 million ticks, and now they're like powering down. We still have 21 million ticks run, so we still have the 50% discount. But I have not seen that in a long, long time, and I don't know why we're not auto-crafting, like level maintaining our catalyst right now. Let's make this definitely a lot lower. Let's say 1024, just to keep it active for discount. Is this running anything? I feel like this was supposed to be running Hypogen, or maybe the one downstairs is running Hypogen. So you're doing space-time at the normal level. This bad boy should be running Hypogen. This is probably a problem. 16,384. Yeah. Hello, Brianna. How's it going? Cheers, my friend. How are you doing today? All right. Hopefully, the catalyst gets back on that. I'm gonna go check on this real quick because I should have a maintainer running currently that's like requesting catalyst, but it doesn't seem to be as far as I'm aware. Maybe I need to scroll a little bit better. So it's lying. What? Why would it lie to me? Can't craft errored. What is currently erroring you? Maintainer. I'm good and you? I'm doing okay. Let me exotic. I have not had this issue in maybe ever. So this is new for me. I'm gonna put this in a new maintainer. Hopefully this fixes it. 100 billion, we'll do, let's say 10 million at a time. Just set it to go, and hopefully that'll fix everything. I don't know what has been erroring it, but anyway. So I did another thing. I overnight crafted some stuff that we need for the next big upgrade, and that I should have done theoretically in UIV. I never did it, but let me grab the Heliofusion Exoticizer, which is the last module of the Godforge that we need. We need to do a couple of things to get this going. I cast Cursed of Evil Level Maintainer. Exactly. This is the buggy that I was talking about in my video chat. Let's see. Where do I want to put this? I think I'm going to put him here. And we actually need to do a couple of things to get him online first. The first thing is, here are our milestones. These give us these graviton shards, and we use the graviton shards to unlock upgrades in this upgrade tree. So, I have to get this quark gluon plasma isolation unit, also known as the Heliofusion Exoticizer, and I need to give it some stuff to make it happy. So along with actually building the thing, I need to give it like some upgrades. So here's what we're gonna do. Here's the upgrade. I'm gonna pin this. I'm gonna walk around here, and I'm literally just gonna press pull, and that should pull everything I need for this. It's another NEI trick that I think is really nice. Just passing by to say hello. Hello, Hollow. How are you doing today? Hollow has been surpassing me. We were pretty close in the race, but now it's not even close. Hollow's just winning. All right, for 2 graviton shards, we can unlock the Heliofusion Exoticizer module for quark gluon plasma creation. I don't know what that is. I don't think I've ever seen a use for it, but it exists. And then this is also for mag matter, which you'll need for the end game. So let's grab that. And while we're at it, we have a bunch of shards to use. So I'm going to, I think we need to choose a tree here. One of 3 of these. I don't know what any of these mean. We can get heat bonus upgrades that I don't really understand. And I don't think I need those, but this right side tree is looking nice. Like energy discounts across the board, OCs, overclocks, maximum parallel is huge. This I'm not sure about. I don't really know the math on the stellar fuel. Hollow, what do you think? I only have 1 ring, so I can only do 1 lane, I think, right? My inclination is to do this side, which gives like sweeping upgrades to everything. Okay, so Hollow and I both agree, and I trust Hollow with a lot, so I'm just gonna grab a bunch of these. Allows the heliothermal plasma fabricator to do multi-steps. Okay, grab that. EBF energy reduction heat bonus from 5% to 8% and adds an energy discount based on the fill level of the internal battery. Dude, I don't know what this means. Improves IGCC, whatever the fuck that is, on current maximum parallel. I don't know what that means either. Somehow I can do this. Multiplies maximum processing voltage by 4 per active ring. Applies after other bonuses. Wait, can I... So I can't grab these, but I can grab this somehow. I guess I'll grab it. Can I do this? Oh my gosh. I've got a lot of graviton shards, chat. Tier 5 plasmas, I'll take it. Those benefits are square rooted first? Dude, I don't understand math. Alright, well we just put a whole bunch of shards into this. I don't know what that's gonna do. But yes, I love this soundtrack. This is Desert Sand is Warm at Night by... That's the band, I think. I have a t-shirt of theirs that I think I printed myself. Okay, well that is that, I guess. This is the Heliofusion Exoticizer. I don't exactly know what we're missing here. This should look correct to me. Let's try putting in input and output buses and then we'll talk. I'm not even sure what this does, frankly. Degenerate quark gluon plasma. Yeah, I don't think this is useful at all, but at least we get it for upgrades, right? Let's do an auto pull input bus and an auto pull input hatch. Because I think there's some funny mechanics with this. Let me read the quest book. Using large quantities of graviton shards creates regions for space so extreme, yada yada lore. The fourth and final module of the Godforge, Heliofusion Exoticizer, allows for the production of quark gluon plasma and mag matter. I knew that. Initially, only quark gluon plasma is possible, but with mag matter requiring a much later upgrade. Consult the Godforge information section of the UI to read how to produce these materials. Okay. Bigger battery means bigger juice. Degen quark matter is used for a better fusion recipe for Rugnor? I don't know if I have that. I only have this one recipe in Nightly 912. That must be a new thing. Yeah. So this definitely needs an ME output hatch, for sure. I don't think it needs a bus. Let me just hit it with that. All right, multi-block is complete. So incomplete structure is just wrong at this point. Expected inputs. Let's go consult this. I think there's a refresh module connection status, which should tell us something. What the fuck? What is this? Well, at least it's in a UI. This is very nicely made. Whoever made this UI. There's a lot going on the Forge of Gods. Yeah, yada yada. Modules. Okay, I am not reading all of that. I'm wondering if the reason that this is not forming is because for some reason I probably need to put it here. I'm wondering if it unlocks rings at a time and I can't just put them anywhere randomly. That is the only thing that would make sense to me currently. So I'm going to give that a try. And if that doesn't work, I guess I'll just go fuck myself. I'm getting a whole bunch of GT achievements for picking shit up. Pop that down. Output hatch. Oh, okay. Stocking. Still incomplete. I'm not sure I understand then. Something is happening. Anyone got any ideas? I need to hop off for now. Good luck with the Godforge. Thank you, Hollow. I hope you're well. Thanks for popping in. Maybe it needs an actual input bus. Maybe I should read this. Whoa, I can move the UI. This module has unique automation challenges for both materials, so it is recommended to have 2 of these, as they have to be locked to either one of the materials. A common rule for both modes automation challenges is as follows. The module outputs materials at the start of a recipe cycle and waits for the correct inputs to arrive before starting the actual processing of the output material. If producing quark gluon plasma, the module outputs up to 7 different fluids and dusts with amounts between 1 in 64 and 1 in 7, respectively, with their corresponding plasmas and amounts have to be returned in order for the recipe to process. Plasmas and amounts. I'm not sure if I understand that wording. For each liter of fluid, a bucket of plasma, and for each dust, 9 ingots worth of plasma must be returned for the recipe to work. If mag matter mode is active, The automation challenge changes. Okay, so I don't care about mag matter mode. Maybe I need an output bus as well. Hello, Annie. How's it going? You're free? You finished your exams? Okay, now we're happy. It just needed an output bus and an output hatch, which I probably should have provided to it in the first place. Let's refresh module connection status, and then that should give us a composition upgrade, hopefully. I think that's right, because we've got 4 modules now, right? 5 extensions built. So yeah, I think that's good. Don't think there's much more to that. And we got our little achievement. Let's hit some more achievements, shall we? Let's grab a cell. Full-time DJ. Hello, Solarius. How's it going? How are you doing today, my friend? There we go. There's that. I've had that for a while, chat, to be fair. What else can we do? So basically, what I've been doing in the background is we've just been like, well, you know what? Let's try this stellar catalyst stuff, shall we? We did get some upgrades that we needed, so we should be able to pattern this. It's just a little bit fucked. It takes 42 billion EU per tick per parallel, so that's a whole thing. Actually about to head to bed, but I saw you on and thought I would come and say hello and thanks for the vids. Oh my gosh, that's very lovely. Thank you, Solarius. I hope you're well. I hope you get some good sleep. And thank you for stopping by and wishing your love. I appreciate that. Yeah, we're just hanging out, having a good time. How many parallels am I using on this? 2048. I don't want that for 4 billion EU per tick. 512 is a little bit. 2048. We could just Hail Mary it and totally eat all of our catalyst. Oh, I already have a pattern for stellar. Interesting. So let's see. Stellar catalyst. We're missing something, and that's Nequadria plasma. So we can make this maybe. I think I need to figure out if we can upgrade our gorge to do this high tier plasma, or if it's already upgraded based on what we just did. So let's give it a try. Nequadria plasma. And how much did I need? 25,000? Not Goferic says, this is my first time your stream, not counting Jeopardy, since I couldn't sleep today. Well, hello. I'm not glad that you couldn't sleep, but I'm glad that you're here, and I hope you're doing at least as well as you can today. Let's see if we can hit this Nequadria plasma. Okay, we can. And then let's just hit it with the... I do want to actually go over there and see how much energy we're using. But yes. Speaking of video, time to boot up the AE2 video. Oh, lovely. If you guys need links to that, you know where that is. The advanced guide has been released as of Monday, and I'm very, very proud of it. I do want to see how much power this uses, because this is going to be interesting. Currently, it's using 10 billion EU per tick. That's actually not bad. I could be going higher on that. But there is our stellar catalyst. So let's get a little cell here. Stellar... Where is our stellar catalyst, huh? Oh, there we go. Excited stellar catalyst coming right up. That is another quest done in the UMV side of the quest book. We're almost at a UMV, chat. We've got very little to do. Second ring of the Godforge is probably one of the next bets. This should be actually really easy for us now. And Annie Pendragon with the 4-month streak. Holy! Somebody get Annie the top tier role. And that would be Annie, because Annie is the mod in my Discord. Thank you for the subs. I appreciate when people. I appreciate the support. It's heartwarming to know that you guys care enough about my channel to put your money towards my stuff, and I just appreciate it. And yeah, that's all. Don't do it if you can't, if it's not comfortable for you, but if you have some money to spare, a sub goes a long way. All right, so I have a couple of other goals. One of them is these Eye of Harmony casings are getting incredible. Like, look at this. This like tier, we're at 6, we're about to be, I think it's 5, 6 something. So this thing, to research this, takes 288 million computation. Currently, we're providing this 200,000 computation. Oh, well, it's when it's running. It's running at 200,000 computation. Um, as you can tell, for tick, that's really fucking slow, and it takes like a very long time to research anything. So I'm kind of tired of that, and I want to see if we can just build another couple of like a stack of these, and just like go ham. So what I'm gonna do, we can wall share 4 of these together before it gets out of hand. I'm just gonna straight up paste this and pray, and then we'll see if we're missing anything. Let's just get like 200 computer racks, because I don't want to think about this anymore. Honestly, your stream 80% of the reason why I lived through finals, so I gotta donate to the cause. I appreciate that, Annie. And I'm glad that you survived. It's school is not easy. It is not, very much not easy. It's not for everybody. And I'm glad that you're still here. All right, let me grab, we need to do some data transmission stuff. We need to make sure that this isn't circular. That's very important. So I think we can just do like transmission reception, transmission reception maybe? No, that ain't right. Transmission reception. Oh, that is right. I think. If you get this in a circle, it will actually eventually probably destroy your world. Like, you might get chunk corruption if you do this incorrectly, so don't do this incorrectly. So we need optical transmission and reception. So here's the transmission, reception. Hello, bro Chacho, how's it going? All right, I think that's good. And then we transmit from here and we receive on the data on this thing. And then one thing I can do is also play a little game of Snake. I can put another like reception here and then pull the signal from another set of these. Oh, fuck me. It just reset all of the work that I just did. Okay, fair enough. Hello, bro Chacho. Grinding away at code. Oh, do tell. Pray tell. Oh my gosh, what is going on? Is that meant to be in the middle? Why is this doing what it's doing? I have no clue how much energy these take. I wonder if I can wall share a single energy hatch, actually. All right, let's do this again. Transmission, reception. Transmission, reception, transmission, reception. Now that I have time, I'm doing an in-depth guide to early game power. Are you doing like a video guide, or is this going to be like a text guide? I'm trying to find out cool things to do in the Discord. I love that. I appreciate that. I appreciate the work that you're doing to make this community even better. Annie is a mod, and Annie's been putting in some wonderful work in making this community have a little bit more stuff to do. All right, I'll grab that, and then can I fit this in here somewhere? Actually, I think I need to do this. Reception. Which means we need to do a little bit of recoloring, but that's okay. Cyan. I think I've decided that I need to get a little bit more sleep than I'm getting. I keep like staying up until the late hours of the morning, and it's just not really good for me. All right, did this copy the overvolt overclock? No, 3.96 and 3.8. 3.96, 3.8. Code is so ominous. It's either Python or assembly times 86. Yeah, I don't fuck with assembly. I don't fuck with code. My brother's a really good programmer, and he was teaching me and and like some of his Discord friends Python at a certain point, but that kind of fell off. So I know a little bit about Python and syntax and stuff like that, but not enough to be useful. And then let's see if we can put this uncertainty resolver up here. I think there's like an auto resolver that I should probably be using at this point. But this uses a UIV field generator, which is like no joke, right? This isn't cheap UMV circuits. We do have 16,000 of them, so maybe it is cheap. Maybe I should just like bang out a stack of these. What do we think, chat? Is it worth it? I kind of like solving these little like puzzles that make no fucking sense. It's kind of charming in a way. Like I'm starting to get it. You kind of just have to balance the corners. So like this group of four, 3, 4, and then the center group of 4 are all balanced and have the green light in the middle. Nowhere in the quest book did it explain that, right? But I'm starting to get it. Like we're close. We just need to balance within here. Which I think we can do by swapping this. Swapping this. Dude, that is the first time I have ever done that, like, intentionally, I feel like. I feel like I locked in and I was like, and I understood what was going on. Alright, so we should see 101,000 computation per second being received. Oh, I should probably copy and paste this. Too uncertain. Oh, do I need an uncertainty resolver here as well? Okay. Let me think about this. So I guess what I'll do is I'll put energy hatch here and here. Why is this wait. Incomplete structure. What's going on here? You should be happy-ish. Tech is a magic mod masquerading as a tech mod. So true. So very true. So I've done this before. Why is this incomplete structuring me? Anyone got any ideas? Let me go pop over to another place that I have done this before. We go to Horus here, which I wonder if this is still running. Average EU in 0. So no. Let's see, what are you missing? Oh shit, we're out of cryotheum. Damn. Oh, maintenance hatch. Chat, how could I forget? It literally just needed a maintenance hatch, and then we're good. Huh. Kind of how people describe Botania as a tech mod. Botania is a tech mod, though. I don't know what you're talking about, but yeah, Tech is a magic mod. It's actually... I totally agree with that. Wait, then if I don't have a maintenance hatch anywhere, how the fuck is this running? Like how how is this bottom CPU like happy? Let me think about this. Transmission, this should be right. Hmm. Let me try some finagling. See what I need to do to make this happen. Alright, so you're not happy, and I don't know why. I was sure Botania was a magic mod. My whole life is a lie. My whole life was a lie. Yeah, I mean, well, it's kind of a tech mod. I mean, all magic mod. Oh, I don't even know. Some people think it's a tech mod. It is a funny thing to say. Let's see if this solves what I'm having troubles with. Maybe I need the uncertainty resolver over here as well. Didn't look like it with the last one. Huh. I don't get it, chat. Something about this is just not happy. Let's go check what this looks like. All of this can be anything. There's no like non-inclusive casings except for in the middle. Huh. Alright, you're both happy now. Oh, all of you are happy now. What the heck? So I guess it was a problem with the... I'm gonna start balding from this. Okay, chat. I want you to look at these two items right next to each other. I want you to spot the difference right now. Why do they have the same exact sprite? The same exact wording? Very little to differentiate each other. Oh my god. Alright, goodbye assembly line. Okay, these are optical reception, data bank transmission. So I think we need optical. I don't exactly remember. Data bank transition is not right. Optical, data bank, optical, optical. It's actually so troll. Okay. Optical transmission goes to an optical reception, then transmission, reception, then transmission, reception. I am feeling incredibly trolled by this game right now. I feel like I've done that multiple times before, though. I feel like I might deserve that. I'm scared of doing research stuff. I didn't know what I was doing in Nomi Factory, and I don't know now. Would you like me to? I'm very happy to explain it if you like. It's not... It seems a little bit daunting, but it is a lot more chill than you may think. You know, actually, I think I should just explain it, because that's what I'm doing right now. And it's helpful to explain things, I find. So what I'm doing right now, chat, is I am getting computation online. I'm making some quantum computers, and each of them has some circuits and some cooling cores set up to produce computation. You'll see that I'm providing this with 405,000 computation per second. So that's just like a flat number. And what that does, 270k. Are we, oh boy, we're torching modules. How did we get this level of heat? That should be correct. Alright, somehow all of these are becoming torched. I don't really know what happened. We lost some of our things to heat. That's so weird. Receiving 102, transmitting 135, receiving 135, and then transmitting 0. How did you guys burn up? Three point nine six, 3.8. 3.96, 3.8. So functionally, these should be identical. And I actually have no clue why we overheated, but I guess I'll just go fuck myself. Heat high, 3.96, 3.8. Like, that's identical, right, chat? I'm not crazy? Basically, what this is doing is it should be providing this research thing with a flat amount of computation. And all you do is you put the item you want to research in the object holder, and if it is a valid item to research, it will do a full research process. It can do scanner recipes as well if you hit it with the screwdriver. And basically, it'll do that research and output a data stick that you put in here with the correct research. And you need that for all of your assembly line things at a certain point in the game. All right, we're now at interesting heat. Yeah, chat, I'm actually just really confused about that. I could not tell you why some of these burned up, but most of them didn't seem to. Oh, it's because I didn't check on my cooling cores, and Matter Manipulator placed a bunch, but it didn't place enough of cooling cores. Oh my gosh. That's exactly why. So, okay, the reason I don't copy and paste from Matter Manipulator is because when these are active and there's heat going through them, they don't cool. They just, or they don't copy and paste. These are locked. Like, you can't pick up things out of here. And Matter Manipulator cannot copy and paste things from a heat, like a hot a computer rack. So that's a whole thing. I need to also check on the cryotheum, which has been off for a long time. Okay, well that will have done it. That would have done it. Suppose that'll be back online now. Let's also grab, what do we need? Pico circuits, which we have a couple thousand of. We should be good on those. Okay, I do need to wait until these cool off though, which is kind of a shame. I'll turn these off and I'll wait for them to go. In the meantime, we've got some other things that we can do. What can we do? I think I needed to do some scaling for other stuff. Like, I wanted to go back to our mass processing area. We need more mixers. That is just a fact. So let's figure that out real quick. I'm gonna copy and paste this, and then I need to do some funky business with the cribs over here. ME controller, wireless connector, ME output bus. Let's just handcraft these. Where's the 8 million one? There we go. That should fix something. These are just regular multi-use casings, I think. Couple thousand of those. Like nothing. I wonder... Actually, I don't wonder. I never wonder. What are we missing here? Output hatch. Capacity 3 million. I'm just gonna craft a bunch of these. And then we're going to use them. $20 more output hatches. Damn, bro. Come on. We can do this. 33 mil. There you go. All right, all we're missing now is the wireless connector. And I think that's it. We can just get rid of the rest of this. And all of these as well can go. All right, what am I cooking here? I think I need to put wireless down for this to accept the items on the behalf of the subnet. Yeah, that should be pretty easy. One sec, I'm gonna open my window a little more. It's warm in here. All right. I remember a Nomi factory that the thing generating computation power is always out of power for some reason. Yeah, those things have weird power calculations. It's really hard to figure out how much energy you need to provide for them. After a while, you get into you'll like figure it out just based on like I've run this before, it's gonna be okay vibes. You know what I mean? Okay, I do need to get to these central data sticks. We're just gonna take this right open. Left click, left click, left click, left click. Right click, right click, right click, right click. Okay, we've got the centralized ones, so we're good to go now. Left, 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 left. Right, 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 right. Vibes-based building is the best. Yeah, I'm not much of a calculator. I don't like to like pre-calculate all of my lines so they're perfectly balanced. That doesn't really bring me that much joy generally. I'm more of like fuck it, we ball. Alright, we definitely have the energy and all of that. What I do need to do is collect the outputs correctly. We do need to turn all these bad boys on. Doubling the speed at which my mixers go is pretty nice. I've honestly, chat, I've noticed that one of the slowest things in my factory is actually the mixers. Like mixing, I literally mix my like items and my ingots and stuff slower than I can smelt them with Godforge, which is like a nice problem to have, frankly. Let's get a wireless hub. Grab this. How far along are you in your GTNH playthrough, not Go Ferric? What's up? What's up with that? How's that been going? Or if you haven't done a GTNH playthrough, no, you have, because you were talking about research, right? Okay, let's see if this works. Let's make a bunch of Naquata alloy dust. I know this stuff takes a lot of mixer time generally. Okay, that seemed to get tanked pretty easily. What's like a fucked up mixer recipe? What takes forever, chat? Melian dust, probably? Yeah, let's do Melian dust. Okay, I want to see everybody green. There we go. Okay, you're not green. Why aren't you green? What did you do? This guy also isn't green. I wonder if I fucked up the... Alright, we need to go bigger. I'm at Ivy right now. I've done the plat line and ore processing in multi-blocks finally. Dude, you're there then. You're good. Once you get plat line down, you're like golden. Alright, so it seems like I mislinked the proxies on this one set here. Or something. Where is this recipe? Looks to be like a central one. Yeah, that's a lot faster though now. Also, we're like missing dust. Like at least one output is missing. There you go. Figured it out quick. This is light blue. And hello, Real Slothy. How's it going? I wonder if everyone's off doing exams and stuff. Haven't seen a lot of the normal recurring characters. Okay, that's good. Gotta get you. Perfect. Okay, let's fix this side mixer. Hello, Cyrus. Water, I hardly know her. Cheers. I've been getting a bunch of creators together to do some stuff that is I'm pretty excited about. One of the things is Potato is looking to get a resource together for people who like just like a secondary wiki resource essentially is what he's looking to make. So I've been kind of like gearing towards that a little bit, like checking it out. Seems to be perfectly linked. Don't know why it doesn't seem to be turning on. Maybe it's not perfectly linked. Circuit 2, so we've got what? 7, 9, 12, 17. 17, 12, 9, 7. Okay, we've got that row. We've got 3, 4, 4, 5, which should be in the middle there. Why are there 2 4s? 3, 4, 5, 6. That's what it is, chat. So we're gonna do 6 here, 5 here, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. Finals at the end of the month. The light is bleak, it makes me feel weak, but it's slowly crawling my way. Well, I'm glad you're here, Slothy. I hope those finals go well for you. I'm sure things will pick back up after finals are done. And we'll see everybody again. The video is very high quality. 100% pinning this for a rainy day. And Annie with the you can do it raw. Alright, 5, 3, 4, 5, 6 is correct. What did I get wrong? Then, oh, it's this one. Which is 3, 4, 5, 6. That's not right. copy this one. Yes, there we go. Copy that. There's my Melian. Okay, now we're good to go. Hit me with it. And somehow we're missing some still. Nothing power failed, I don't think. Each of these should have a big enough storage buffer that we're not voiding anything. I don't think that happens anymore also. Did I miss any outputs here? Yes. There we go. Okay, that should be it. There we go. Hit me, baby, one more time. Let's see it. Vibe check. Why are you off? No, no. 3, 4, 4, 5, okay. Five, 6, that should fix it. Which means this is also fucked up. 4, 5 should be 5, 6. Okay. The vibe check is checked. I think we're good. I see all of them green, which means all of them have the recipe. So that was a much needed upgrade. Let's go stop by. Now that our computers are offline and at 0 heat, we can replace all of the things we need inside them. So I'm going to mark copy here, mark paste, edit stack, and drag it along here. And that should place everything we need within. And I'm going to do the same thing with the bottom. And it's as easy as that, chat. Damn, that's quick. All right, let's fire these up. Hopefully this works. We should have a solid 400K computation right here. There we go. I'm thinking, should I make multiple of these? I feel like I should. I do want to test that this works though. So maybe I'll leave this for now, and then another day we'll do some more upgrades for even more computation. Let's get... Exotic is tier 6. Let's get some research going. Now that we have this going, I want to show you. So we just upgraded this by 2 times. It was going twice as slow prior. Check out how slow these researches are for Eye of Harmony parts. Look at that. Isn't that insane? Like little fractions of a percent every tick. So in order to make these like more livable, because obviously this is just like a one-time sunk cost, I think it's probably a good idea for us to like get maybe like a couple of these, maybe like 1, 2, 3, 4 times as much. See, the thing, Philson, is this age is the slow age. This is like the slowest and most annoying gameplay. In order to make these things, each of these recipes for each of these like specific things that you need for Eye of Harmony take 24,000 seconds at UMV. Like, this is just the age of waiting. It is simply how it is. Speaking of, why don't we stop in on the Eye of Harmony? I think I have an upgrade that I can possibly do if it's spun down. I don't know how many seconds have passed. Can't you OC pretty aggressively? You can. You can laser overclock with some hard work. Wow, 4,000 seconds until we're done with this recipe, and then I can upgrade it. Let's see if we can send this to go. And then I'm going to do a little bit of campus beautification, because I've been looking at this Eye of Harmony setup for a while, and I think it needs some love. And then we can get back to whatever we were doing. I don't know if I have any more big goals. I think Increasing processing size for like chem baths and other things. Maybe forming presses would be a good idea today. All right, what do we got? Space-time compression needs 138 plus 1, so we need 139 of these. We're missing water. All right, wait. There's an infinite water cell. Maybe it doesn't like contain infinite water, but maybe it can hold infinite water. There's no quest for it or anything. I want to try this recipe because I think I know how I would do this. Yeah. Let's give this a whirl. So part of this is that you need to make fluid packets for this recipe, but luckily, as I explained in my advanced AE2 guide, we know how to make fluid packets. Cell has infinite water storage. Oh shit, it has both? The plugs are unreal. That's how I got my channel off the ground, bro. I trolled around on help channel. I was like, and if anyone needed help with anything that was related to a video, I would go, you know, I do have a video on this. And that's how I would roll. All right, we also probably need more Avaricia. Ooh, a free space. Okay, we're taking this. That should work. Honestly, I should be able to encode this pattern. Oh, it doesn't like that. It doesn't even let me. I think I know what to do then, in that case. Let's head over here. Let's set something up real quick. I'll do it the same place that I did last time. I think I get what the quest is asking me to do. So I think we need to program a fluid packet of 2.1 G and just send it straight for nothing. Like do a proxy and then just do it like 8 times or something. Let's see. How many do we need? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 24. Oh, well that is a problem that we need to solve anyway. I'm gonna head upstairs. Oh, a little too far upstairs. This is our fluids, like bulk fluid storage area now, up in the crafting CPU era. We're gonna do the good old reservoir hatch thing. What's the biggest pump that I can put? Cannot be used as a cover, cannot be used as a cover. UHV and UEV. Okay, let's do the UEV. Get a little interface going. I have never seen a reservoir hatch empty. Is this working? I don't think so. This should work. Max int. What am I missing here, chat? Do we need to like go through a machine hall or something? Pump was backwards. Oh shit, it was, wasn't it? Thank you. Sanity check. Oh, speaking of fucking streamer checks, chat. A couple of you caught that I never actually put the storage bus down. So. Oh shit. Pause. Let's get some cable anchors first so we don't totally fuck up our networks. Oh, okay, we did it again. I can be trusted with an AE2 network, says the AE2 GTNH YouTuber. Alright, hopefully everything didn't bork. Looking good. Ooh, 456 million. I know that it's not really physically possible for me to approach the level of needing to void overflow a singularity cell, but I do it anyway because I'm just like that. There we go. Now that we have those singularities in, I can get rid of them on the view cell, and then we'll pop this in and pop these into the network. Perfect. All right, I now have bulk storage for him. Who said you need to be competent to make guides? It's just good practice. Damn. Hit me with it. All right, how much water do we have? We're getting there. That's gonna take a while, chat. All right, well, I'm glad we've got that going. We can fix that later. What were we doing in the first place? Was it literally these exotics? 139? Was it just missing water? Oh shit, that's kind of embarrassing. Where is our water going? Beats me, chat. Let's go. Let's do a couple of things, shall we? I think it's time that we put some love into our Eye of Harmony area. Oh no. Cheers, Eddie. We got IRL water. Ugh. Let me also switch the music real quick. All right, so we need a corp, slope A start, slope A. Oh my god, I wish these were organized a little bit better in NEI. Okay, that's a good pillar. Mark copy. How do we want to do this? Like, that's fine. And then I guess we just mark paste overlap. Hello, Chaotic Tabris. How's it going? This is one of my favorite new songs of the year. I don't know when this was made, actually. It was a very recent album. This is Magdalena Bay, and the song is Vampire in the Corner. It's one of my favorite new songs. It's like insane level of production quality. I think it's called like electro pop or something. I don't really know what the genre is. Just wait. There's a part with synthesizers that just goes insane that you'll hear it. You'll hear it and you'll know. Heard that album actually, it's mad good. Yeah, it's pretty insane. Listening to this in headphones, Like that part. Like the panning on the synths and making it as loud as it is so impressive as a producer, I feel like. And they have this very unique sound. I don't know, I just like everything about it. By the way, Matter Manipulator is so good. I just got goosebumps a little bit. Hoarding references to inspire my building. Lovely. That's amazing. Yeah, Matter Manipulator is crazy. You know what fills in the original thing that got me to start making music is when I was a kid, whenever I heard a new chord change or something new in music that I had never heard before, I literally got like like the tingles, the goosebumps, the chills in the back of my head. It was like doing drugs, honest to God. I do really enjoy ASMR because it gives me that same tingle, right? As I have grown older and explored every chord change known to man and learned every little speck about music, I simply do not get that tingle. I very rarely get that tingle anymore. But I think that was a huge part in me wanting to do music, was chasing that feeling, which is kind of crazy. You enjoy drugs? I see. Yeah, man, I've got depression. Of course I do. I think the only drugs that I will consistently do are psychedelics. And don't tell anyone that I say publicly. Ain't nothing wrong. Ain't nothing wrong indeed. Every once in a while. Nothing too recreational, just for funsies. 2, 3, 4. Okay, so we move this selection, not Z, X minus 1. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Perfect. I ain't a snitch. Real? Real as fuck. Alright, I need to find a way to like legitimize this. I think doesn't feel supported right now. It feels a little too bare bones. I need to put like a gigantic wall back here maybe. That might help. A little bit of matter manipulator never hurt nobody. Bam, there we go. Alright, let's see how I feel about this. It's like getting somewhere. These pillars are too flimsy though. It's such a hard balance to strike to like get architecture that feels strong. Oh shit. Hello, Rian. Rian. Sorry, actually, how do I say your name? I feel like I hear Kat and Vin saying Rian, right? Or is that the correct way? By the way, great video. I've already seen it. I'm glad that you've watched it. Thank you. I appreciate that. Rian, dude, what do you mean you think? This is your name, bro. You tell me, homie. Thank you for the follow, Real Zero Cry. I appreciate you. Rianne or Rian? Like Rihanna. Dude, the goat, Rihanna. Y'all know that that's actually how you're supposed to say her name? We've gotten to this part of this song. Is Rihanna ever gonna make music again? I don't know. I feel like she's like done her thing. Like I hope she gets featured on an ASAP Rocky track. That would go hard. Yeah, she's already kind of like she just got queen status. Like she doesn't really need to do nothing anymore. She's done it all. She's proved it all. But my name comes from literally adding an R to Ian. Oh, Rian. Okay, okay. Okay, okay, I got you. Rian, like Ian with an R. That makes sense. Well, it's lovely to see you today, Rian. I'm glad that you liked the AE2 video, and thanks for popping by and saying hello. I appreciate that. Yeah, any questions you have, please ask away, and I'd be happy to answer them. Or try or die trying, frankly. I don't like her music very much, but she's pretty iconic. I feel like her like 2000s hits were just like undeniably good. Like you can't really say no to like the 2000s Rihanna music that just kept the world in its clutches. There's also a song called James Joint that I really like. All right, we're getting somewhere. I feel a little more supported by this, at the very least. It's really hard to make buildings that feel like they're not flimsy. When you're building on a large scale, I feel like that's so important to make them feel like they have a purpose and that there's like support and depth and weight to everything you build. It's really challenging. That's true. I don't think that she was ever like a very like deep album maker. It was more about like recession pop. Yeah, exactly. It's hard. That's why I don't make buildings. But that's no fun. GTNH fluid crafting is its own thing, but it has a lot of fun ways to do it. Yes, I agree. I like the fact that you get decoders. I hope that people are gonna do some cursed decoder tech now that I've like put that video out and like everyone knows about packet decoding. Excuse me. Wish they backport modern AE2 fluid crafting because every day I play with GTNH, I hate the fluid crafting add-on even more. I don't know. I actually really, now that I have like grasped it entirely, I feel like the way that fluid packets work gives you actually some ability to do some wacky, cool things that I kind of like. So I don't know if given the chance, I would try to get um, like old or modern fluid crafting. I feel like that would just be kind of an L. Therapy for buildings. Does modern AE2 have dual cells? Dual cells would legitimately fix Universal and make it incredibly easy. Like, because you could just send the fluids and the items in a cell. And I thought about that and I've proposed it, but I don't really know how much people actually would appreciate that. I know Samsa would probably actually hate it because it makes the automation just so easy. All right, so we need to do something convincing about the edges of these. I think what we can do is copy this little slice here. I don't really know, because I need to do just the outside. I think we've made enough progress on this. Let me check on some other projects that we're doing. This is too much thought for me sometimes, doing building live. It kind of scares me from time to time. How are we doing on water? All right, 26G, that's not enough. I guess I'll hold off and we'll do the water cell today sometime. What is another thing we can do? Dual hatch buses from Twist seem like they make Universal very free. I think you wouldn't need Universal if you had dual hatches and stuff. Crashing insanely hard right now. Have a good rest of your stream. Thank you, Ruby. Oh my god, sorry. Thank you, Annie. I appreciate that. I thank you for stopping by, and I hope you get some good sleep after exams. So I need to do a couple of things. We need a place for a massive amount of these things. I think I'm gonna put these nano forges in like the outlands right here, or right outside the outlands, and just scale them up over here. And then maybe I'll reserve this for like some circuit crafting maybe can go in here. And also I need a fuck ton of like fluid solidifiers. I think I'm thinking 128 fluid solidifiers. So I need to make another building for that. You still would for like LCRs that don't have enough space for every circuit. That is true. That is true. Yeah, that's actually, now that I think about it, that's exactly why I did universal benders, because we can't, it's so hard to get all of the buses and all the circuit types into here. Speaking of which, let's get forming presses online. I'm tired of them. I'm tired of them, period. That's it. There's no... Hey, Nova. Yeah, I did tell you that the vac freezer is like definitely worth it. And I'm glad that you did some research into it and found out that it was worth getting. Hello, IGN3, how's it going? Yeah, actually benders. So there's this one recipe. There's literally one. This optical CPU containment housings. I can craft some for you. We need like millions of these. This is for the endgame circuit. Look how slow this shit is. Well, first of all, I guess we'll see it craft some other stuff. 416 and 6 seconds. So that's like 99% of the time. That is our big bottleneck. Come on, guys. Work with me. I'm trying to show something off here. I feel like some circuits you rarely ever use. I'll show you the universal setup. And it's because in order to get every single recipe in bulk, like you would need to do some mental gymnastics to use cribs on them. But yeah, this is just horrifying. And I'm gonna use these at-home ones for renaming, and then like scrap a couple of these. Just waiting on the last vac freezers to craft up. Lovely. So I can feed this like 1 amp of LUV and it'll batch all the hot ingots. So yeah, so like other machines that do parallels or perfect overclocks, sorry, no, parallels. If you feed it 64 amps of LUV, it will do 64 LUV recipes at a time. Or it will do 256 of the tier down IV recipes at a time. You can also laser these, which comes in handy later. We do laser the heck out of these. Do you need to set a mode on the machine, or can it do both depending on the recipe? So what it will do is it will first try to saturate all of its parallels. So it will try to make sure that it does 256 of any recipe. And that's how it will spend its energy first. Oh. The tier 2 rack. Wait. It's because they do bending and forming press. Sorta. I have, for the universal bender, I'll show you exactly what the setup is. So I have, I think, about 6 or more different circuit types. Oh, we've got 5, 6, 7 different circuit types, and this is the Universal 2.0 loader. And some of these we need in bulk for endgame recipes. So that's one reason. The other reason is that you need multiple interfaces to hold one circuit of patterns. So these are all of my bender at 1 recipes, and that's just some of them. Most of them have been swapped to fluid solidifier. Bender at 10 is equally as filled. Can't quite feed it more than 2 amp LEV, but we'll see how it goes. It should be really helpful because all of the lower tier ones, instead of overclocking, they will parallel. So you'll save a lot of energy regardless. The tier 2 megavac, I haven't made it yet, so I can't tell you if it's actually useful. But I actually have run out of cooling problems since the Godforge, so I don't know. I don't think it's going to be worth it. Alright, there's a couple things I should do. Do we have the UMV wireless to spare? Probably not. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to scrap this inside, scrap these, get our UMV wireless here. I almost want to do these universal. I honestly think there's like 2 recipes that I do in forming press. I wonder if it's even worth it. Let me think about this. You just fluid shape to bypass cooling? Yeah, so we have the helio flare something melting core, helioflux, and that just turns things directly into liquids, and then we just fluid shape it, which is why I'm thinking about making 128 fluid solidifiers. Now I've heard like 5 people already doing a GTM universal automation on my mod pack based on your video. Wow. Wait, what do you mean? On my mod pack? Are you a mod pack creator? So I think we have this, which is these plates. Oh shit! What mod pack? Oh, Gregtech Modern? Huh. Cool. I've heard of this, but I haven't seen it implemented yet. What is your pack? Is your pack the Gregtech Modern pack? So we have this, which I don't think is actually a problem. The logic circuits have never been. So maybe we just link one proxy for... It's like pretty much just these recipes for these plates. Oh shit, I did not mean to do that. So what I'm gonna do, let's get a proxy in here, and then I'm gonna set up another proxy just in case we need any extra recipes. I guess I'll set this up in the bottom here. We'll do an ME output bus. 33 million seems to be good. Pop that in there. I think that's all I need, right? And then maintenance probably. Got mufflers here. GTCEU, but 1.20, 1.21. I'm the dev of Sky of Grind, which is a Skyblock Gregtech pack that goes from Steam to UXV. That's awesome. Maybe I'll give it a try one of these days. I think it's the hardest GTM pack right now, actually, but I don't think that'll last too long. I'm thinking about doing a GOG playthrough, but that's really interesting that you've made a pack like based on that vibe, right? Pretty much. Okay, this should just work. If I set it up with outputs, I think it's good to go. So let's just copy and paste a whole bunch of these. Muffler hatch. Muffler hatch. Dude, it's been an eon since I've thought about muffler hatches. So clueless of versions after 1.7.10. I'm actually hip to that. I actually really do not like modern Minecraft, which is why when they were adding all of the Et Futurum stuff, like the netherite, I'm not really hyped about that. I'm actually the opposite of hyped about that. I don't really like that. I really just like the charm of 1.7.10. I know maybe it's just nostalgia, maybe it's just something different, but it's just the game seemed a little different after Microsoft took hold. It seemed a little more profit chasey, a little more consumerist in a way. And I never really messed with that. Game mechanics have just changed a lot. That's also fair. Cable, set cable, that. Pop it down this way. Wireless connector hub. I'll grab this and pop it here. Wireless connector white, I guess that works. We want a different color for this. I'll do purple just so we know that it's the forming press and not the bender specifically. Funny distinction, but needs to be made. I always love this song. It's very atmospheric. I started the development like October last year, and a few weeks ago it finally got completable. Congratulations, that's a really big achievement. ME mass forming. Maybe one of these days I'll give it a try. I've been thinking about going back and playing some different packs like Nomi Factory. Like that one especially I've been wanting to get revenge on now that I know what I'm up to. Still a little baby compared to GTNH. That's okay. I definitely need a break from GTNH after I get Gate. We'll need to do something else related. I think Nomi Factory will be a fantastic like break from the grind. Nomi Factory in 12 minutes. Yeah, I love Average Gregtech Player. He's wonderful. I might edit up something like that for a playthrough. Because the actual Nomi Factory is very chill, so maybe editing wouldn't be that bad. His channel is lovely. Alright, optical. Let's get 100k of these, because we'll need them. It's good to see that these are already kicking on. But it looks like the bottleneck right now is not actually... Why are we doing this? That looks like EBF. I guess that's not the bottleneck here. These are our Universal 2.0 benders, which have not broken yet. Check this out. That's pretty cool. I cannot lie. Alright, it seems like the bottleneck is actually on our benders, which is kind of crazy. We can replace the energy hatches. I think we're currently rocking UEV doubles, so we could easily get some performance out of this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times 8 is 64. Yeah, that's good enough. We have Infusion Auto Crafting Online. Yes, let's go. Now to set up the timer for item extraction. What do you mean timer? So if I repeat my questions, but why do you need so many fluid solidifiers? So there's a lot of solidification recipes between the dimensionally transcendent Plasma Forge, which has a ton of recipes like molten recipes. It pretty much only outputs molten liquids. There's very few solids that the DTPF outputs, and we need to solidify a lot of them. One of the hard ones is Hypogen and Spacetime are both pretty slow. That coupled with the fact that you get the Helioflare melting, Helioflux melting core, which allows you to melt a bunch of liquids or of dusts directly into a liquid and then solidify them into an ingot, skipping the vac freezer time is very helpful, but it requires spamming. And some people have complained because the large fluid extractor is huge. It's gigantic. And spamming a bunch of them in a base is kind of awkward. So here, let me give you an example. Superconductors are like famous for having incredibly long cooling times above all else. So by switching the... Oh shit, we have too much of this. 1 sec. 100 million? No, that's might be a little much. 100k. So our mixers will come through with 65k. Hello, Steve State Farm. Thank you for the follow. I hope you're well. Alright, so this thing just made 9 million before I could even see it. And then we just fluid solidified 100,000 superconductor base UV ingots. So it's much faster. I'm lazy and I don't want to do OC or SFM, so I'm going to have a conduit on the timer that starts once the infusion starts. That's actually kind of fire, Ruby. There's a way to do it with comparators and stuff, but I actually really like your method. It's something about it is just so scuffed, but like actually makes a lot of sense. Remember when Grimes still made good music? I miss her. Dude, don't even get me started, bro. I love old Grimes music. She had something going and just threw it all away. It's got a lot of pseudo-intellectual things to say these days. Be annoying if I had to spam 1k of those the size that they are. Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to do 1,000. I'll probably do just 128. So this is what 16 looks like. So imagine 8 times this. So that's probably 4 chunks, 8 times, like 32 chunks of just solidifiers. And someone asked a question, can benders take lasers? No, they can't even take multi-amp hatches. So you're kind of fucked. You just need to single hatch or double hatch them and like just pray. It's kind of messed up actually. Okay, I think that should be good. We probably need to turn these back on unless they all happen pretty quickly. Actually, it's looking pretty good. Let's try a couple more of those optical boards. Do-do-do. Botmium coming through. Looks like we're operating much faster this time. Maybe. What's going on here? Oh, I'm just not even seeing the recipes. Okay. Yeah, okay, that's much better. I'm wondering why these aren't getting recipes. But at least I think we're going fast enough that we're distributing everything. So now the bottleneck is definitely these guys. Which is fine. We have a lot of these now. I think we were rocking with... I think we just multiplied our production by like 7 or 8, so that's good enough for me. Isn't there a better bender multi-block? There isn't. Can you turn on chunk grid for a sec? Sure. Would you like to see? I do the threefold method, so each chunk is I go to the northwest corner, this is in, and then I go 1 block out from every side that's not the northwest corner, and those are all of my in blocks, and I just repeat. I'm gonna do a video on building bases to last through endgame soon, and I will go over all of my build philosophies. Seeing what's needed for late game makes me want to start buildings for each machine instead of building everything together. Yeah, pretty much. So we do need to find out how to make a building for these solidifiers, and I've been thinking about putting them back here. I think I need to build this on my own though, because I've already been kind of worried about the aesthetics of this area in general. I think I'm gonna need to do a massive overhaul of building just for myself. All right, let's water 76G. Yeah, that should be enough. I'm gonna show you guys this in live. Watch. There are 21 billion fluid packets. This is how we do the water cell thing. So goofy. There is not a better bender multi-block. The one you get in EV is the one you carry through the entire game. It's really funny. Pink Panthers, she's doing a new project I did not know. Let me pop these in. Fluid cell, encode this, take out the packets. Okay, now why aren't you doing the thing? Oh, because it doesn't have an output. Why did it program without an output, chat? That was the problem the whole time? No way. That's so goofy. We could have had it, bro. Alright, whatever. Super dense random plates. Hello, XGMoa. How's it going today? That's kind of dumb. It's a thing. It's definitely a thing. It's being worked on for some of the more pain point multi-blocks. Oh shit, out Friday. Hello, Dweenie, how's it going? I'm doing well today. We're just making some steady progress towards I Have Harmony stuff. Speaking of which, compression 100. Oh, actually, let's get the water cell going first. So we need some super dense plates. Ooh, I also need to make a place to spam more hip units because this thing is getting slow and I don't like how it's placed in here. How are you doing today, Dweenie? And how are you doing, XGMoa? What the fuck is Ceruclase, though? Low-key? Ledox. We love Ledox. We love Callisto Ice. Enriched Holmium. None of these need black hole compressor, which is kind of weird. Fluid Infinity Water Storage. What is this, bro? What is this? We have 230 million Ceruclase. I don't know how we did that, chat, but we did, so. LUV NAC coil heat. Okay, interesting. I don't think I'm ever going to need this again, but we'll pattern it out, I guess. So this is an example of me using the solidifiers here. It's just easier when you can melt things and then solidify them directly. Good, getting through EV tier right now in Nomi Factory. I think I'm gonna do a playthrough of Nomi. I think I need to. I think I'm missing it a little bit. Ceruclase is actually, you probably got it from I Have Harmony. It's probably from my Void Miners. It'd be a nice palette cleanser after you gate. Exactly. I'm a little bit tired of the antics of Gregtech New Horizons. Like, endgame is kind of like, endgame is a test of will, for sure. And I don't know how I'm feeling about it yet. 24 redstone, yeah. Fluid. But I don't think I'm as like engaged and excited as I was around like UV, which was probably my happiest. All right, here's the Infinity Water Cell. By the way, Nomi Factory mentioned, will you take a look at Nomi or Nomi CEU? So I have done a playthrough of Nomi CEU and I got to Creative Tank and I kind of petered out at the God Armor and like all the stuff that you need to do to finish the pack. But other, like, now that I've been bullied by Gregtech New Horizons, I feel like I could do it. All right, so we don't need Water 9 anymore. You just get rid of that. I actually don't know how to trash all of this water on this cell. I'm like considering just deleting this cell because I don't know if this excess water cell has like void overflow. Let me see. I can't even put it in a cell workbench. Contains fluid. All right. Well, chat, let's destroy our network for science. I think hopefully it didn't flood our main net unfiltered. Okay, that's good. That's good. We're good. Creative Tank is kind of the end anyway. There is like something. No, I'm doing the opposite of Giga Expert mode. I'm going to do the easiest Nomi Factory solution there is. The water storage there is stickied. It wasn't stickied, actually. There was no way to even interact with it on the cell workbench, like the creative water cell. So it worked in the end of the day. So now we've got 21p of water. Kind of reached the same point of Nomi CU. Tried Moni after that, and I also enjoyed it, but stuff happened, so I had to stop around UV. Yeah, I mean, like, after you get Creative Tank, the game gets a little bit boring in Nomi CEU. And I wasn't really built for that before Gregtech New Horizons, but now that I've played, like, this should be, like, light work, no reaction. Is it worth it to get this? Hypogen... Let's just do it. 384 minus 64. Just get this quest. Oh yeah, that's nothing. And then just get this quest out of my way. So I don't need to think about it no more. I beat Nomi twice. It was fun. Endgame isn't as bad as people make it out to be. It's just like the dire auto crafting spam was not really fun to me, I feel like. But that's okay. That's not for everybody. Moni's still being developed? Yeah, exactly. Alright, chat. Let me go check my list of things to do. I think we're pretty good. Let's see. So we got the Heliofusion Exoticizer and all of the attached upgrades that we need. I guess we could get antimatter running again now that we have enough space-time. But it's quite the balance. So here's the problem that I've been having. So recently, to get antimatter online, I have been dipping into negative space. Like, I just don't have enough space-time, right? So our solution was, okay, let's dedicate a converging DTPF to space-time. And then the new problem is, hey, we are out of exotic catalyst for this thing. Okay, we've got 262 million again. What are we going to do about that? And then the solution is, hey, let's pour more power into our transcendent plasma mixer. So now it's using like a several billion EU per tick or something. And now we need more power, which we'll do with antimatter. So it's like a fine balance of like providing enough materials to get antimatter running and then also providing enough energy to provide the materials. And it's this very interesting balancing act, I feel like. I'm not really sure where I stand on it. So let's turn on all of these things we need. These should start to fire up slowly. The Shirobon is just going to be a Shirobon thing. NAC emulsion, yep. Actually, we've got like a bunch of this. Maybe I don't need to do the NAC emulsion. I can like save my Nequadria for now. Supercon base UMV. NAC fuel 6 spent. Okay. And we should also be making some other things, like this tachyon and spatial fluid. Protomatter is going to be good. I think we should be good, honestly. I guess I'll check on this as we go. We'll see if we can outpace this, but I don't really know. And then let's go back to 200 buckets. This should be on. I can also lower the thresholds for this to like 900,000. That's a little low. That's a little low. 3 million maybe. It's basically a different pack with some of the concepts there. Yeah, I've never given it a try. One of these days I will. Moni Factory. It's never appealed to me because I like the older versions of Minecraft more. Like, I love my old versions. Oh god, SFM. Unironically, this is the only SFM script I've ever done, and the reason is, like, there's no better way to do this that's restart proof. you at a certain point will have to move millions of antimatter every second between these antimatter hatches and balance them evenly. And that is nearly impossible without SFM or some crazy stuff that breaks on restart with AE2. So yeah, that's the vibe here. This SFM script is like a lifesaver for antimatter because doing it's not restart proof if you do it with AE2 because of the way that fluid P2P recalculates on server restart. So it's kind of fucked. But yeah, we're gonna run that. I'm gonna let it go. I'll keep a semi-close eye on making sure we have enough stuff. I'll launch a little backup here. 1.7 is the best version and GTNH is just the GOAT. Yeah. We got 4.10 E19 wireless EU. I don't know what that is, chat. Is that quintillion something? So I'm very happy with stream today. We've made some good progress. Some of things are crafting, some Eye of Harmony. Oh, actually they're not. Let's get this crafting. 140. Lovely. Look at these recipes, chat. Look at this. This is with all of the items stored involved. It's gonna keep going for a while. This is for Eye of Harmony parts. After a while, you kind of just give up and kind of you get used to it. You get Pavloved into it. Oh, we got a little dink water. Molten spacetime is not fluid enough, but you know what it is? Beloved water. Is there no funny way to do it with pumps and covers? No. It would be hella complex. How close are you to gate, says Classic Fence. You know, actually, yeah, I have some time to hang out. I am happy with stream, but we can like hang out and build and talk. I think that would be fun. I'm actually having a very good time tonight. So basically, this is the UMV quest book that we are almost done with. All I need to do is upgrade our Eye of Harmony to a 999, and I will show you what I mean by that. The Eye of Harmony creates first white dwarf matter with the first 3 tiers of compression casings. Then, after you get to tier 4, you unlock black dwarf matter, which is only made in tier 4 and above planets, which needs tier 4, 5, 6 compression casings. And then once you get to tier 7, you unlock the last thing, which is molten universium. And that's pretty much what you need to get out of UMV. Once you have universium running, you can make nanites and make magnetohydrodynamically constrained star material, which you need to use for all UXV parts. So once we get that going, I think it's as soon as we have a 777 Eye of Harmony, which is actually really close, and we gamble a little bit and get some universium out of it, we can set up magnetohydrodynamically constrained star matter, which is a whole thing. UXV electric implosion compressor with a whole bunch of nanites. This is why people spam the nano forges, because these diabolical nanite recipes. There's no better feeling than popping huge crafts before getting off. People love saying MHD-SCM. It's just me. I'm people. Is the nanites texture 3D? It might be. There's a couple of like funny textures. Like you got transcendent metal. Yep. Spinny ingot moment. What are some other good 3D textures? I feel like some of them have caught me off guard recently. Like a circuit or something. Tesseract is okay. Oh, does it actually do Tesseract things? Holy shit. Sort of. It's like a 2D, 3D Tesseract. It's close. It's getting there. It's thinking about it. A lot of the circuits have been improved in Nightly. Improved is one way to call it. I actually have a texture pack specifically because I don't like the mainframe textures in Nightlies. So I have an old like mainframe texture because I love this old texture. I actually, yeah, I love it so much more. And no hate to Bappy. We've talked about this. Bappy, I've given my like constructive feedback to Bappy, and they did fantastic. But I think there are some stylistic things that I think I would have had changed were it my choice. Yeah, I've really loved that. So basically, once I get magnetohydrodynamically constrained star material, we unlock UXV. We get some crazy, like insane recipes for quantum force transforming timepieces, eternity, primordial matter. Like I don't even understand any of this. None of this is English to me yet because I haven't experienced it. And then yeah, we get all of this weird stuff. And then once we get eternity, we can make our UXV parts, which are absolutely fucked. Um, Look at all of this. This is just fucked up. And I didn't even go over the most fucked up part. In order to make the parts, you literally need to sacrifice UHV tier circuits plus some other stuff to make each piece of the like motor or part that you're making, which is insane. It's legitimately insane. Yeah, there's that. Each one of these parts requires some crazy base, a UHV tier circuit, and some other stuff. Primordial texture is very cool. Yeah, I agree. And then, yeah, once we get that, we get the third ring of the Godforge, astral arrays, which are like ways to parallelize Eyes of Harmony. So you don't need to spam a bunch of them anymore. But I guess that was for power production anyway. Space assembler, and then that's like endgame. Then we start Stargate crafting, and that's it. Like there's nothing more. We just scale infrastructure and keep praying. What circuit type do you use for UHV circuits at UMV? So currently, I am using wetwares, and I'm actually thinking about this right now. It might be interesting if I switch to BIOS. So wetware mainframes are somewhat okay because they're not super expensive, and what is the fluid you need? I don't know what I'm talking about. You need some type of like fluid for these bad boys. It's for the neuroprocessing units. You need growth catalyst medium. And that's fine to make. The problem with bio circuits that I skip them for is you need to make bio catalyst, this stuff, which before you get a tier 4 quantum force transformer is so ass to make. This backvat stuff is terrible. So we'll have to see about circuits nowadays. Yeah, backvats do not bring me much joy these days. Another thing I need to do, probably on my own time, is scale circuit production, because I don't think our opticals, like this is all I have for opticals, and I don't think this is enough by any means. So one of these days we'll have to stop by and do that. I'm still using crystals. Yeah, I can show you the list of things that I level maintain. So we have HV tier nano processors, quantum processors. Oh shit, where are all of our UV circuits? Oh my god, they're being eaten. 1.3, holy shit, it needs 3 million crystal processors for this one recipe, bro. Why do you need that? What are you making? 88,000 UV electric motors. 176,000 ZPM emitters. That's probably what it is for. Holy fucking moly, chat room. This is also Magdalena Bay, yeah. Pump redstone setup with the fluid detector and you're cool? Wait, what are we talking about? Never understood backvats? Yeah, they're getting a rework. No one really likes them that much. I have set them up, and I tore them down recently because they were kind of a waste of space. Speaking of which, I should probably tear all this stuff down. One of these days we'll do like a cleaning session. I really don't love these buildings. And I think I'm gonna do a full like rework of this area sometime soon. Also this building. So yeah. Everything is getting a rework in 2.8. Only the stuff that's a pain point. And even then, some of it's not. Like the NAC, the circuit assembler, like Mega, that was planned for 2.8 isn't happening because Penguin, the guy who's like the developer for it, is writing his fucking thesis right now. So we're not gonna get it by the time 2.8 rolls around. Just so sad. I just don't even want to play 2.8 because of that. Alright, what else can we do, chat? You know what, actually? There's a very cool recipe in Nightly 912 that allows you to turn... Cheers, Finger Dash. There's my last sip. That allows you to turn Awakened Draconium into Chaos Shards very slowly in a Draconic Reactor. And I'm thinking about making this... What is a Charged Draconium block? I'm scared of this recipe. I don't know how to use a Draconic Reactor, and I know that it can explode my base, so we're gonna have to tread carefully here. Yeah, exactly. We're gonna need to get many good backups and just pray. Enchantment power 4. What does this mean, charged Draconium block? It still has 0%. How many do we need? 8? Oh shit, why do we have 3,000 right now? Oh fuck, it's charging them. Actually, maybe I want that. Botania. I have. I love Botania. Botania is one of my favorite mods, chat. I don't even know. Like, it feels like a sin that you asked me that, actually. Yeah, I think I have an emote for Botania. I have automated with AE2 all of my Botania recipes. Like every single one in the game, almost. We used to have a big, like, mana getting setup, but now that we have creative pools, we don't really need that anymore. I love Botania. Isn't Draconic Reactor Explosion 50 blocks in all directions? Why would you tell me that now, bro? Alright, I need to find a place to put this then. Alright, so we can do like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 chunks. I kind of want to line it up here. I feel like this is out of any important blast zone. Good thing about the Draconic Reactor is that when you finish the run, it will explode it. You will explode it. That is true. Wonder if warded glass contains... I don't think it does. I think it's like literally impossible to contain a Draconic Evolution like explosion. Okay, we have the charged blocks. Oh. What the fuck is a charged Draconium block? I charged it, bro! Is it impossible to get this? This vexes me. You can charge it more somehow? Alright, let me give it a try. I know where we can go for this. No chargeable item. I will go fuck myself. What? Something happened. Ooh, ooh. Okay, we got it. We got it, chat. We just need to unstack them. That is so janky, and I would not have been able to figure that out without insane luck that I just had. Okay, we have the ball now. Dude, Aditya would be jealous, bro. I'm literally hooping. Funny NBT moment, stack size issue. Yeah, exactly. All right, so we need a couple of things for this, right? We need reactor stabilizers, right? That doesn't seem so bad. Ugh. Ugh. Oh no. Why is this so gross? All right, we need 4 of these. Reactor stabilizer. Draconic flux capacitor. Holy shit. Okay. NEI bookmark moment. All right. Dire auto crafting. You're going down. Ugh. Let's get started, shall we? Let's send the reactor stabilizer something majig. Wait. I think we need 1 reactor stabilizer and 4 energy injectors. Wait. Does anyone know? I feel like I have never set this up before. Have people actually set up the Draconic Evolution reactor before? I think we have the option to get creative capacitor banks, but so we should be able to just feed energy to stabilize the field and never worry about explosions, ideally. Because RF is useless to us, right? So we're not trying to take RF out of the equation. 9.5. Now that you mentioned Aditya, I gotta ask you, will you start a twist run after this one? I will never personally do a twist run. I am addicted to the gate roll, and you can't stop me, sadly. No, why are there more shitty crafts? What the fuck is this? Oh my god. I set one up a long time ago in 1.12. I will be doing Ross run, but I will never personally do a run that includes twist, I don't think. It's not my MO. A lot of people are doing it. Cat and Vin, Potato, Aditya are all about it. All right, I need to look this up. Draconic Evolution Reactor. Oh my god, this is a wall of text. Okay, so I think I need 4 stabilizers and 1 injector. Produce flux as long as there's more than 0 NB of fuel inside of the reactor. Energy output, load placed on the containment field, and fuel usage rate is directly dependent on the heat of the reactor, which rises more as more energy is drawn from the reactor. Reactors operating at a temperature greater than 8,000 degrees will destabilize and explode. I don't know what all that means. Flux gate. All right, so at least I know what to craft, so we can do that. We can do that. If 9 plays in Ross Run, I'm afraid he might become the Botania guy. I will, actually. I will gladly do all the Botania. Okay, so we've got a couple of these blocks. Let's do 4 stabilizers and 1 injector. I have the bookmark thing all the way up here. So we need to do about a stack of... Oh my god. Let's just do a stack of these. Stack of those. Oh my god. Stay. Okay, I think that's all gonna work. That's in. Let me pop over here and check on our Draconic Evolution Fusion Crafter. Okay. Okay, lock the fuck in. That's good. It's got 8 UMP wireless energy hatches. These things suck so much. Alright, reactor. This should be pretty chill after the advent of all of that. See you later. On the bad episode. Alright, we should actually be fucking locked in. There we go. There's the stabilizer cores. Damn, I love this song so much. I actually saw the concert for this. This was my first ever concert, was the Tyler the Creator Igor tour. Shit was lovely. Do you really need a Botania guy? It is pretty brief. I will give you that, but there is some substance to it. There's the Ring of Loki. There's Ring of Far Reach. There's the wand that gives you, that places water for you. The Rod of Ysses. There's a couple of other things that I feel like people take for granted that is really nice. Loki actually doesn't get fully replaced. There are still times where I need to use Loki, like pairing cribs is one of them. I think you can put upgrade chips into a bunch of different machines at once with Loki. I've been told that you can put circuit imprints into circuit assembly lines with Loki, but I have never seen it myself. Perfect. Don't tell me that these need to be charged. No, wait, it's working. Why isn't it working? What did I do wrong? Chat, what the fuck? What the helly? Okay, we can get those off the docket. Reactor stabilizer. Lovely. This looks totally not troll as fuck. Pairing cribs, yes. Yazidis, bro. Dude, what? You got unk status. You can't be going around saying these things, Nova Shep. I've only done early Botania for Mana Steel. UHV still haven't touched Botania once. Well, you're about to be touched by Botania soon. Draconic Evolution Crafter. This thing needs all magic. You need dense Gaia Spirit plates for each DEFC, and I think you need this period for progression. You also need Primordial Pearl, Soul Shards and Life Shards from Blood Magic. Bloody Icorium is another blood magic thing. What do you have a preferred color for your subtitle? Either cyan or black. Or I also like Akira Red is one of my favorite colors, like a crimson. Okay, we got the stabilizers. Let's get the focus rings. Rose gold rod, bro. Rose toy moment. I've got some crazy lore. I don't have anything to share. I don't have anything to share with the class. Don't even start with me. I think I'm just gonna extrude this. I can't be asked. Icorium is needed in UHV? Yes. You need Icorium at some point in the game, regardless if you want it or not. Alright, fluid shaper rod, extrusion machine rod. That should be good. Did I just put that in the right place? Fuck it, we'll find out. Okay, it works. We're good. What is this called? The stabilizer focus ring. Nice. Let me catch up with chat. Did I read that right? Icorium? Yep. Bloody Icorium fusion casing. Luckily, after a while, you can mine Icorium with space miners. Let me see. If you have a tier, like a Mark III space mining module, you can just mine it, which is nice. And then you get Americium, Shadow Iron, Meteoric Iron, and stuff. Touched by what? Thank you, 3, for the lovely clip of me saying diabolical things. I'm glad that is immortalized on the internet for everyone to see. I do it to myself, chat. Okay, this looks diabolical. Vibrant capacitor bank? Oh my god. Oh my god. I think I need to be euthanized. Quad cell lithium battery? Dude, fuck no. I actually manually crafted 500 proven frames. What? That's an MV craft. You'll live. I will live. I just won't be very happy about it. Small Cenarium battery. All right, let's go head over to our precise assembly. I'm having a very fun time with you guys today, chat. I appreciate you guys for showing up. I know that exam season is tough for a lot of you that are doing them, and I appreciate that you show up regardless. All right, is that a canning recipe or a fluid canning recipe? We'll never know. Okay, I can work with that. I miss being in school, a simpler time. I do not miss being in school. Oh my gosh, thank you for the prime sub, Dweeney. I appreciate you. Really enjoying streams. That's very kind. I've been healing from a lot of things, and I'm glad to be able to do it with you guys. It's very lovely to be the privilege and very fun to be with you guys and just hang out while instead of wasting my life away playing video games by myself, I get to do it with you guys, which is wonderful. That is not a call out to anyone who's doing that, by the way. Alright, fucking send it. 64 vibrant capacitor banks. Let's see how I fucked this up this time. I have vacations all year, so I get sidetracked easily, but I joined your Discord, so I'll get to see when you're live now. Lovely. And Novashev, okay, 2 amp LUV in the MVF does 32 titanium ingots in 3.6 seconds. I am sold. I'm glad. It is really nice to have that thing. I promise. Yapping makes everything fun. Exactly. That's why Potato is such a happy camper. All right, there are my 64 vibrant capacitor banks. I don't want to pick them up because I'm afraid that I'll charge them and then the NBT data is going to be changed. I don't want to touch them. I had to say it, chat. I had to say it. $16 AU. 16 AU. Let's just get it all going right now. Oh shit, we can actually start the craft. Let's fucking go. Unreal. There's something is gonna mess up. There's no way it's that easy. We've got a pattern like, I don't know, fucking fool's gold casings or something. Gotta put 200 buttons on a pressure plate to get a keyboard advanced or something. Potato, I thought that was pineapple. Dude, I'm never gonna live this down. I didn't realize that would blow up so crazy. Like, I was just playing Talos Principle. I was streaming, and I say, how is pineapple? I'm referring to potato, and I'm having streamer brain at the same time. And all of you just hopped, someone clipped it, and then potato changed his profile pic to a pineapple. I don't, like, what did I do? It was so insane. Yeah, look at the recipe for keyboard. Like, what the hell? Does a keyboard in real life have 104 keys? Because that would be really funny. Lore accurate keyboard. That's so dumb. Did you keep playing the Talos Principle game? I haven't yet. So every Sunday I do variety, and I just pick a random game and just play a little bit of it on stream. It's part of my. I'm trying to branch out and and just make sure that my brand isn't just GTNH, and hopefully if I ever, God forbid, get tired of GTNH and play something else, I'm hoping to keep some viewership. So that is my like first step in that direction. I think I've come to the conclusion that you guys do like me for me. Half of it is like you like Gregtech, right? But some of you are out there and you're like, I actually kind of like this 9 person. I'm gonna stick around for that, and I appreciate you. And so I'm testing the waters with that essentially. God forbid. You keep wearing tanks, I'll keep showing up. That's good because it's literally the hardest part of stream is figuring out which t-shirt I'm gonna wear in that day and how I'm gonna get clowned. Legitimately, that's the hardest part of showing up. I need to get some more t-shirts. I need to figure that out. Trying to do variety is so rough. Actually, though, it's been wonderful. With Factorio and Talos, I've had like plenty of viewers and plenty of you show up for me, and I'm very appreciative of that. Like, honestly, I haven't had a bad time doing variety, and I'm very impressed with you guys for like showing up and showing off about that. All right, I need to do something, like desperately need to do something with this facade of this building, and it's just not coming to me. Kind of only need 88 keys. Traditional keyboard has 104. Good to know. I just learned keyboard lore today, chat. This part is a little loud, this song. Bedtime for me. I'll wait. Tomorrow starts the countdown till a week till EDC. What is EDC? All right. Do I want to commit to this? I need to like legitimize the blood magic pyramid, but I need to do something. Ooh, I have an idea. I don't think I've ever consciously thought of a streamer's close until 10 seconds ago. Well, now you got it for the rest of your life, so you're welcome. All right, one chunk-ish is good enough for me. EDC is Electronic Music Festival. That sounds fun. Me and 400,000 of my friends at an EDM festival. Damn! That sounds like a vibe. I actually have never been to a festival or anything like that. I don't go out and do things. I don't club. I don't do any of those fun things that I feel like I should be doing. Although I'd really love club music, so maybe I should get out to some nightclubs. I was thinking I should learn DJing and do that. I'm actually pretty okay at DJing. I have done it before. My college had like a room with a bunch of DJ setups and like there was some guy there who was like really chill, super cool, had a nice community of people that like a lot of tools to make music and stuff. It was a very lovely initiative, and like I learned a little bit of that whenever I could at my senior year. If you can count to 4, you can DJ. That is true. DJing is quite different than producing. That is also true. There's another comment that does MM keep the orientations for architecture craft stuff? It does. It's really good at it too, which is really impressive. Whoever coded, like Recursive Pineapple, like coded the fuck out of this. All right, that's like something. We've got something going. This song is not PG-13, chat, so close your ears if that's not for you. No, not the one at a time because it can't stack. Holy shit. Oh my lord. Also, part of being a DJ is being an entertainer, I feel. I think I've got that down. I think with you guys, I've gotten that down. Reactor. Stabilizer. And plus, I know a lot of really cool music, so there is that. I will close my ears 9. I gotta sleep. It's 12 a.m. and I gotta wake up at 6 a.m. But good luck with the painful craft of a reactor. Having good taste is the most important thing. Well, I wouldn't go as far as to say good taste, but I definitely maybe I have good taste. Okay, we're here. This is the last step. Available, missing 1? What happened? Alright, chat, actually, I don't know if I'm prepared to set this up tonight. I think I should go to bed as well. It's approaching 2 a.m. and I've been telling myself to get a better sleep schedule. So we did make some progress. We chatted up a bit. I will do some research on this Draconic Evolution Reactor thing, and then we'll work on it some other day. I do want the Chaos Shards out of it. Chat. Because I don't feel like going out and killing all of those Chaos Dragons for, I don't know even what we need. Fragments, I guess, for these chaotic cores. But yeah, thank you for joining me tonight, chat. I really do appreciate it. Let's go give somebody a raid, and I'm gonna say the normal stuff that I say. GTNH, let's see, who's streaming tonight? And let me turn down the music just a little bit. We've got Exa playing Angel Dust, playing Diablo, and Tips Allowed to Russ Gaming. I think we should give Exa a raid because he was lovely in our 24-hour stream, so let's set that up right now. And you know what I'm going to say? You know the normal thing? I'm going to bully you into this if I have to. And that is, I want you to be kind to yourself and therefore be kind to others. It's important to be kind to others first. Well, actually, I think it's important to become kind to yourself, because only then, once you hold yourself to a kinder standard, then is it easier to hold others to a kinder standard, I think is the moral of the story. And also, I want you to do the best that you can, and it will be enough. I know that it is, I know it's exam season, exam week, so there's a lot of pressure, but it's like the airplane mask thing. Put your oxygen mask on before helping the person next to you. Exactly. Genius. Fantastic, fills in. And yeah, just do your best. And I know that exams are daunting and it seems like your entire future hinges upon these next weeks, but just do your best and it will be good. And yeah, that's it. Let's go give this raid and peace, everybody.